Welcome back to Anxious to Align, Tuning the Soul. I am your host, Holly Ann. And if you're feeling anxious, tense, or like your body is carrying more than your mind can explain, this episode is for you. Welcome to episode 3, The Body Remembers. And so this might be a little overlap from episode 2. That was why anxiety is something to listen to as opposed to something that's wrong in your mind. And so there will be a little overlap between this one, but more from like the body side of things. So just kind of wanted to clear that out, that there may be some overlap, and sometimes there is a lot of overlap or a lot of touching base on going back and forth, because I think it's just the way the body is. But it's also getting a different perspective on things as well. Just like I know some books I've read, like one was not to get too far offside, but I've read Conversations of God by Neil Walsh, and oh my god, amazing books. But they've repeated a lot, but they were from different perspectives, so it gave you like the full roundabout. So anywho, so today we're going to uncover why anxiety is not just in your head, but stored in your body. And so you'll learn how suppressed emotion can turn into chronic stress, panic, that constant off feeling, and more importantly, how to start releasing it. Because the truth is, the body does remember what the mind forgets. And so healing anxiety starts by listening to what your body is trying to say all along. And so anxiety isn't just mental, it's energetic, emotional, somatic. And we're going to start off with something that might be a little shift the way you see anxiety, especially from the episode before. You know, anxiety is not just a mental health issue, it is a full body, full energy system response. And so you've been likely taught that anxiety is about your thoughts, your mindset, your overactive brain, your inability to calm down. But what if anxiety, or the anxiety that you feel, isn't coming from your thoughts at all? What if your thoughts are just responding to something much deeper, an emotion that got stuck, a truth that got silenced, or a trauma that never got to move all the way through you? In my experience, personally and with clients, this is what's actually happening. And so anxiety is the body and the soul waving a flag saying, hey, there's something inside that needs to be witnessed. It's like a traffic jam in an energy system. Feelings that never got to complete their cycle. Maybe you were told it wasn't safe to cry, or you had to be strong for everyone else, or you didn't even know what you were feeling because life was moving too fast. Which, come on, who says that life isn't? You know, we know that everything is on the go, everything moves fast. So these moments just don't pass; they imprint. They get stored. The nervous system will always remember. The breath shortens, the muscles brace, and the body starts carrying a quiet tension. And until it becomes loud, we tend not to do anything. And so my story, when my chest couldn't breathe, and so I just want to share when it became very real for me. And it was years ago. And like I've said, you know, in my first episode, if you've listened to that, you know, when... Now I'm drawing a mind blank, but that's all right. All right, I'll come back. But years ago, I was bullied in elementary school and high school, you know, but I always had that voice in my head, a voice of reasoning. And I think we all have it. It's just whether we can hear it or not, you know, what voice is actually louder. And so So years ago, so that's kind of like a little side note. From the outside, things were fine. I was working, I was taking care of everyone else, doing all the things, but inside there was a heaviness in my chest that just wouldn't leave. I wasn't crying, I wasn't screaming, I wasn't panicking, um, but I also wasn't really breathing. My body would kind of freeze response. It was calm on the surface, but holding a storm underneath. And and one night during it was during a sound bath, and I was laying on the mat. The crystal bowls were going. It was awesome, and something in me, in my heart, started cracking open. I started crying. And it wasn't from my mind, it was somewhere deeper. There was a wave of grief that came over, exhaustion rose up, and I had realized I had never let myself feel how tired I was, how unseen I felt, how much I had been holding on to. And it wasn't that I was broken or overwhelmed, I was full of suppressed emotion that never had space to move. That night, I didn't need to fix anything. I just needed to feel. And that's when the tightness started to release. That's when I learned the body will hold what the soul isn't ready to say until we're safe enough to listen. And so now I kind of want to go on to soul and the science of suppressed emotion. And so this is where it's going to kind of different for episode 2. So there's a powerful intersection where science meets the soul, and it's right here in the way our bodies are stored. In the way our bodies store what we don't process. And so I know I'm going to butcher his name, but it's the book The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk, I think. Oh, I try never to mention books unless I can mention people's, like, I can say their names, but that's all right. So it talks about how trauma and even just the overwhelming life experiences that get trapped in the nervous system when we don't have time or tools to process them. It's like a survival mechanism. The body hits pause on fully feeling something because in the moment it wasn't safe. But there's the thing. When what doesn't get expressed gets stored, and eventually the stored energy can become a tightness in the chest, digestive issues, jaw tension, TMJ, panic attacks, emotional numbness, that feeling off but not knowing why. A big one for me was my heart would be in my throat. And breath was what did it for me, and being able to breathe. Energetically, these are signals from the body that something is out of flow, that emotion is frozen in place. Sound therapy, breath work, and somatic and meditation don't just relax you. They work with the body to create a safe or safety so that the stored energy can move. Sound brings coherence back to the field. Breath tells the nervous system that you're safe. Meditation gives the mind permission to pause and receive the inner truth. And when you bring these practices together, you're not just calming yourself down, you're coming home to your body. And when the body feels safe, the soul can speak. And so here I kind of wanted to mention again, your body is like a fully orchestrated orchestra. When you're completely healthy, everything's functioning great, when you're at your best, that is when every organ, every piece of your body has its sheet music. And when something goes wrong, or something is slowly going wrong, it's slowly losing its sheet music. And through sound and breath work and meditation, we can give that piece of the body while 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 helping the rest of the body um, come more in balance and giving back that piece that lost its sheet music or its stand or its instrument or anything like that. So that is one thing I always like to describe it, and who knows, I will say it more often as well. Um, but to move on and not get too sidetracked, so here's a nice little energy check-in practice that I would love to give you. Side note, if you are driving, please, please, please don't do this. I should have, the other one wasn't horrible, but like anything like this, when you start to really relax, go within. Please wait till you get home. Don't do this while you're driving. I don't want you to get into a car accident, so please. But when you are, home, find a safe space. Most of these practices, I like you sitting up. That way you can really go within without falling asleep. If you need to really receive more, then lay down and then you can fully relax. But right now, let's take a moment, come back to the body, and find a safe place you can pause, gently close your eyes, or even just have a soft gaze, and preferably sitting up. I know you can't hear my breathing, probably because of the mic, but that's okay. So, letting your shoulders drop, feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your breath. Wherever it is, just notice. And now I'd like to take a slow, deep in through the nose for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling softly with a slight sigh through your mouth, or you can breathe out through your nose for the exhale of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again. So inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale again. Inhaling peace, softness. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling, just letting everything release. Anything, any tension, whatever is ready to melt, let it melt. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you may continue breathing normally or continue the count. It's all up to you. So now bringing your attention inward. Ask your body, where am I holding energy right now? Is it in the chest? Is it in the belly? The throat? Jaw? We're not analyzing, just listening. And wherever you feel that, imagine sending your breath directly to that place. Inhaling for the 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, softening. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can keep doing that over as many times as you need to. And maybe an emotion arises, maybe nothing. Either way, it's okay. You're creating space. You're meeting yourself, and that is enough. Even just 60 seconds of this practice can change your energy. So you may pause, you may stay here in this however long, a minute, 5, 10. You can do this at any time of the day. This practice is for you. And just moving on, here's what I want you to take away from this episode. That you are not broken. You're just holding. And the more gently you can meet yourself, especially in those anxious moments, the more healing can unfold. You don't have to push it away. You don't have to fix it at all. You simply need to begin listening. That's where the shift happens. Shift happens. I did not say shit. The shift. So if today's episode really spoke to something deep inside of you, I want to invite you to explore this work further. Whether it's through sound, breath, or simply creating more space to tune in. And if you're craving guidance in how to move from holding it all in to actually releasing it, I'd love to walk this journey with you. You can learn more about my programs, sound baths, energy calls, synergy calls in the notes below, wherever I can add notes on this. I am still new to setting this all up. I'm sorry. It's okay. So wherever I can list it, or you can go to my website, tranquilitywellnessinc.com/Holly Ann, or under the coaching section. You can also find me on Facebook, Holly Bickerstaff, Instagram, Holly Ann Coaching, and if you do, or even my school group, Aligned Soul, and if you go to any of those social media avenues, let me know what came up for you. I'd love to hear what came up. And so I leave you with, when the body feels safe, the soul can speak. And you, exactly as you are worthy of peace, alignment, and full body presence. So until next time, keep tuning in and keep softening, and trust that your soul knows the way.